This is a book review of Mr. Punch. It's a tragical comedy, as it says, or a comical tragedy, and that's by Dave McKean and the brilliant Neil Gaiman. Dave McKean is the greatest artist, I think, at the moment. I love his work. So, produced films, comics, books, just huge amounts. And his recent one, Black Dog, was a masterpiece. But he's done lots of other work. This one, this was 1994, this copy. I don't know if it was out earlier. And there's a lot of great, I don't know where it gets, it's just brilliant, inspirational. A romance, as it says there. It is a romance, I suppose, to the old seaside towns. We have lots of seaside towns around like Kent, and also, of course, everywhere else around. And they're always got that, there's a sadness. Sort of, you got the light, I love this bit, the initial thing, you've got the Mr. Punch, the tent, just sitting there on his own, just in the darkness, just beautiful. Pre-dawn world, lacking colour. And I think that's the colour scheme throughout this. This is very, very muted. You've got browns, you've got the muted blues, reds, pinks. But it's definitely not in your face, bright, saturated, but it's just beautiful. You've got some real creepy scenes here with old Mr. Punch. Of course, the kid goes in and looks in the thing and sees the various puppets still acting out their scenes. But it's just beautiful use of photography and obviously illustration as well, just all the way through this. The kid goes out. But it's all about secrets, about adults, and it's predominantly, obviously, this kid coming out to the world, it's interpretation of the world, how the world looks. And I suppose, I must admit, I never had that. But maybe I did. Maybe it's one of those things that you sort of like, unless you really look back into your past and sort of dig down to find all the things, what sort of things were worrying you. And this is what this is with this kid. He's got his ice cream. He goes to see sort of like this mer woman in these sort of arcades, these broken places that have seen better days. And you've got this whole feel throughout that sort of the better days, the people, the old Victorian ladies, the ones that are still stuck as if, it's still the Victorian period. There's probably people like that now. Who knows? Actually saying that, sometimes it feels like 16th century at times. But you've got some just absolutely, 17th century. Got beautiful, beautiful drawings all the way through this. Now with Dave McKean, his style's always changing. You literally, you can go and look some of his, even a couple of years later, it's changed. So you've got this style here. It's completely different now. But I've loved all his work. He's done 60, 70, I don't know how many. Lost track of the work he's produced. And this is just an amazing bit of loads and loads of different, just the way he blends, obviously there's text blending up, illustration over text, all sort of, and also blend of other material, very mixed media material, lots of very blurry photographs. So you've got all the kids sitting out listening to the Mr. Punch. Yeah, just beautiful. All the way through. This is just one. You're looking around for an illustration, comic book. Great story. It's got a brilliant story, but just the sheer quality of the illustrations throughout is just amazing. This is totally recommended book. Brilliant, brilliant book.